Arturo Thunder Gotti. Fighting out of Quebec, Canada, this New Jersey fighting legend is ready to go again.
This is going to be one hell of a fight.
The fighters are ready to go. Let's hear the official introductions. We turn it over to the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Victorville, California, here is the exciting boxing sensation, King Ryan Garcia. Fighting out of the blue corner, the blood and guts warrior, the Hall of Famer from Jersey City, New Jersey, a super lightweight champion of the world, Arturo Thunder Gotti.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Right, listen, when you've got two people that want to fight, two fighters that really dislike each other, you're going to get more than a fight.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. We're expecting an all-action slugfest. Exchange here from both men. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
They landed a good jab there. These two fighters are made for one another. Caught him with a stiff jab. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Beautiful counter shot. You'd like to see more jabs. Johnny, I love watching these lighter fighters just based on the hand speed and the foot movement. So impressive to watch. Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. These punches coming from every angle. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight.
And there's the bell to start round two. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
You know, with with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
It's bombs away. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. One punch could change everything in this battle. Here we go with these two lightning quick lightweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. At this point, you gotta believe. There's the bell to start round 3. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? That counter punch caught him clean. So much for boxing. This is a fight. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. They're both trying for a knockout. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
What you've got to do, Charlie, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Straight right just misses. Big shot landing the overhead left. He threw a punch and just got countered. The straight right just misses. He's willing to go where the other fighter won't. How about that time counter shot? Started out Garcia in that last round. He is down big time on the scores.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, Bell, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Here we go to the fourth round. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Counter punch. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes. It's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
You'd like to see more jabs. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you even let one up. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
And he misses with that jab. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. The jab not finding its target. Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Started out Garcia in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Great work. I love that. I love that. Jab slip.
Boxing back together and put it back.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart, because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. So So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tear. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Which fighter will say no mas? Both men step back for just a moment. Nice counter shot. Holding nothing back here in the round. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
You'd like to see more jabs. Perfect counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Just keep him on the end
And then we go again. You got complacent. Fight's not over.
it. Start sticking in a few body shots.
This is the beginning of round 6. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
No rest for the weary. Nope, that hook won't score. When are we going to see a jab from these two? This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him, frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he blows you down.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just misses right uppercut. Nice punch. Missing with the hook. Tried to score with a jab. Defense is not an option for these two. Both men step back for just a moment. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Wow, it's like...
Get your mind back on the job.
And there's the bell for round 7. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork, or you're going to be a cooked goose.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a cliff. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Got to let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Some fighters are just gifted. Gifted with such hand speed, footwork, movement. They are gifted. They are the chosen few.
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
No, Gotti's down. You could see it in their eyes. They saw that punch coming, and there was nothing they could do.
I need to see that again.
That will to win and refusal to stay down as this fight continues.
The corner needs to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight is capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
The jab doesn't quite connect. That uppercut doesn't land. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep...
And we enter the 8th round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Gotti gets clipped. Arturo Gotti in trouble. He's been in this situation many times before, but I don't know if he's going to find a way out. And it appears they're out of trouble, at least for now. Hold it right there. Whoa, and Gotti got clipped there. This could be the end.
It's okay to take a knee.
Best thing the fighter did, otherwise, you know what? Pride's going to get you knocked out.
Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Straight right just misses. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that they're oh, right there. Oh, and it's flashing lights for the flash here. He's got to get out of trouble. Knockdown. Let's take another look.
You're right, Todd. What?
The referee says they can continue, but how much more do they have left?
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Can Arturo Gatti survive this storm? Goes Gotti. Wow, let's take another look at that.
I've got to see that again.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Both men getting off the... And there's the bell for round 9. What is this round going to look like after all the drama of the previous round where both of these athletes went down?
That is showing the fitness, that is showing the stamina, that is showing the hard work done in the gym. If you can get knocked down and get back up and knock your opponent down, they've got it.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
That right hook won't score. Does not score. This fighter's sort of the... Punch to the head looks so good live. Let's see it again in slow motion and really appreciate it.
That...
So this was an unexpected turn of events. What happens next?
What resilience to be down and to be back up again, to get yourself back into fight again, to show your fitness and determination. Maximum respect.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or He's a bit of a mousetrap.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Garcia in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here.
Don't want to lose this fight, do you?
This is the 10th. You've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out again? Because they know their fighter is like a lamb to the slaughter.
You'd like to see more jabs. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight, fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Straight right just misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're gonna find out.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
The straight right just misses. That counter shot lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.